Hello and welcome to the interview here on France 24. Our guest today is the Prime Minister of Sudan, Abdalla Hamdok. He joins us from Khartoum. Thank you very much for being with us, Mr. Prime Minister.
Thank you.
I want to begin with the dispute between Ethiopia, Egypt, and Sudan over the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. We've seen talks going nowhere. Ethiopia has said it will go ahead with the second phase of the filling of the dam in a few months. You just called the Prime Minister of Egypt, the Prime Minister of Ethiopia, for a closed-door summit within 10 days to break the deadlock. Are you hoping that this will happen very soon?
Over this year, following the American mediation and then the AU, we reached an impasse. To break this deadlock, we have written to the leadership of the two countries, Ethiopia and Egypt, with the understanding that within the principles of the Declaration of Principle, the DOP, that would allow us, if we reach an impasse on the negotiations, we could refer the matter to the leaders of the three countries. And this is precisely what we did, and we hope this summit, which we are calling for, will be able to break this deadlock and allow us to reach an agreement within the remaining time. Ethiopia announced they are going to fill unilaterally without any agreement coming next July. We don't have time left. And that is why we think the issue is extremely important, critical, and time-bound.
Have you received
call for this summit.
Have you received any response from Egypt or Ethiopia about your proposal?
Not yet. We sent it yesterday. I think we are waiting for them to respond to us within the next 10 days.
Egypt hinted at a military action. Are you afraid of a war over this dam?
No, I don't think I heard anything that Egypt has hinted on a war or anything. We are addressing this issue within the remit of the international law. We think we can, for sure, through dialogue, resolve this issue if the will is there.
Are you
We've
willing
reached
to
90% of the issues, so I think we are in a position.
Are you willing to call for the United Nations Security Council to intervene if necessary?
Absolutely. In this issue, we have no limits. We will go anywhere within the legal process that is allowed for us to reach an agreement, which is within our I think we're not asking for much. This is not the only transboundary river in the world. The legal issues are very clear. There is standards and norms in addressing this type of issues.
We've seen tensions with Ethiopia over the dam, over the border area. Are you concerned of a military confrontation with Ethiopia?
Sudan has always and will always be a piece of force in the region. We have no intentions of going to war. We think there is enough resources and resolve to solve these issues with dialogue. If you are referring to the issue of the borders, you know Sudan borders about 7 countries. This is the only border. We do not have any dispute over it. It was demarcated also on the ground as early as 1902. Successive Ethiopian governments know that very well, and we never had a dispute on this.
I want to get to the issue of Israel.